last video, we were talking about how the information we feed to the mind, just like the food we consume for our bodies, has an impact, and how overeating is bad, overfeeding of information is bad too. Let's go to the next level. So, as far as the body is concerned, what is it that doctors recommend to us to have good health? They say, well, you should have regular exercise, right? So now we believe in that. We go for walks, some people do jogging, some people go to the gym and so on. But one way or the other, people realize that you need to exercise. The question is, why do you have to exercise? Well, the reason for that is that all the different parts of my body, whether it's muscles or bones or joints or whatever, I'm not a medical doctor, so I won't go beyond that. But the thing is that all these things that we have, if we want to keep it in good shape, they have to be used. If we don't use it, it creates a problem. Things become stiff, things don't work. So after some time, you cannot even stretch. I know people who cannot even sit on a chair cross-legged like this. And it's very common nowadays for people unable to stretch any part of their body at all, right? That's where yoga helps, by the way. But when you think of the mind, we don't think of this. Just like in the body, you have all these muscles and all these things. The mind too, along with the brain, they're two different things, by the way. I've said this before, is that the brain is like hardware, the mind is like software, okay? So for something to work, both the things have to be in good shape. Both the hardware has to work, the software has to work. Similarly, the mind, I'm focusing on the mind. So when you look at the mind too has so many different parts, right? So the question is, what am I doing to exercise those things? You see, the fact is that people think that for relaxation of the mind, what they need to do is keep it in idle mode. For example, let's say I go and watch a movie for relaxing, okay? So what am I doing? I'm basically leasing out my mind and brain to somebody else. That's basically what I'm doing. Okay, I'm letting somebody else catch hold of my mind, and so I just sit there and just stare at that thing. How many people, when they finished the movie, felt extremely energized and mentally feeling good? I don't think there are very many. You're basically turning things off. Just like, let us say that I don't have good health. So I say, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll go sit on a sofa. That's what I'll do. I won't move my body at all. I'm just going to sit on a sofa for 10 hours. It's actually going to get worse. It's not going to be. Now, when I'm sitting on the sofa, things may not hurt. But the moment I try to get up, I cannot even get up properly, right? So it creates a problem. Similarly, in the mind, putting it into idle mode, putting it in neutral, is not going to make you feel better. So one of the things we have to do is we have to exercise our mind, right? So many different ways of doing that. Some people like crossword puzzles, some people like to read books, some people try to do something else, playing chess. There are so many different ways of exercising your mind. And what you will find, interestingly, is that just like in the case of the body, when I'm exercising, sometimes I'm sweating and something may hurt and all that. But if you exercise, you actually feel good. Even that may be a little difficult, but afterwards you feel good. The rest of the day you feel good. Similarly, what you'll find with the mind, and you can try it, you don't have to believe me, you can try it yourself, is that just like you set aside half an hour for physical exercise, if you set aside another half an hour for mental exercise every day, pick your favorite thing, like chess. Suppose you like to play chess. Exercise your mind just for half an hour every day. What you will find after some time, the mind will be so refreshed. You just feel good. It has nothing to do with anything happening outside. People always blame it on things happening outside. Look, if I create problems for myself physically by eating junk or not exercising and so on, you cannot say, oh, it's all the fault of all these restaurants that has this wonderful food. Nobody is forcing you to do that. You're the one going there and eating it. Similarly, in the mind, you cannot blame television or Google or whatever. Just because it's there doesn't mean you have to consume it, right? It is my job to make sure that not only I diet, but I also make sure that on a regular basis, you cannot just leave it to randomness. Every single day, you say that, I'm going to spend X amount of time in exercising my mind. By the way, exercising the mind is not worrying. Worrying is not exercising the mind. Exercising the mind is without, just like, let's say I'm doing push-ups or I'm doing some physical exercise. What is the outcome from that? Nothing. You're just exercising. Similarly here, without any required outcome, like I said, playing chess is a wonderful example, right? How many people play chess? You can even do it on your phone if you want. Right? Nowadays it's so easy to do that. So if you pick up some regular routine, initially, you may not feel like doing it. You may go away just like exercising. You feel lazy, you start skipping. If you skip for a few days, then you'll stop doing it. Crossword puzzles, any of these things, whatever you like, it doesn't matter, whatever you like, set aside 15 minutes in a day, 20 minutes in a day. Trust me, rest of the time, you're not wasting your time. The rest of the time, your mind is going to be a lot more productive, stronger, and being able to do a lot of work for you. Just like the body, if it's strong, it can physically do things for me. Similarly, your mind also, if it is strong, it can do a lot of things for you, and you'll actually feel good.